I'm gonna say this one time and one time only. I am not the one he cheated with. Everyone involved in this situation knows that it was not me. And why are you guys calling a clearly straight man gay as an insult? I thought that was something we don't do in 2020.
So basically, Desmond wanted out and he told Kristy, and she was like, then turned around and filed for divorce because her pride hurt. When them men say they don't want to be bothered, believe them and let them.
Desmond Scott, the man who we all thought was the pinnacle of wife guy energy, has just been caught in 4K, and the girl he was caught with, Marissa, literally looked into the camera and said, "I am not the one he cheated with." Excuse me? The phrasing? The specific choice of words? It's giving, "I'm just the new side piece, not the original side piece, and my brain cannot compute the level of mess we are swimming in today." It's your girl Lydia. Welcome back to the madness. Grab your matcha, grab your emotional support water bottle, because we are diving into the deep end of the pool and there is no lifeguard on duty. Desmond and Kristy Scott. For over a decade, these two were the internet's parents. They were the blueprint, the high school sweethearts, the pranks that were actually cute and not toxic, the goals comments under every single Instagram post. They built an entire empire off the back of being the couple that made it. Do you remember the husband does my makeup video from 2016? Do you remember the vlog where they surprised each other with anniversary gifts and we all cried? They sold us a fantasy. And we bought it. Full price, no return policy. And then, out of absolutely nowhere, literally like a thief in the night, news breaks that Kristy filed for divorce. And we were all sitting there, mouths open, clown makeup on, wondering what happened. And before we could even process the grief of our favorite parasocial relationship ending, a video drops. And when I say a video dropped, I mean it crashed the internet. It wasn't a blurry, "Is that him?" grainy Bigfoot footage situation where you have to squint and turn your brightness up. No, bestie. It was Desmond Scott in a crowded bar in Houston, looking very comfortable, very confident, and very much single-sucking face with a woman who was definitely not Kristy. It was a full-on, aggressive, I don't care who sees this makeout session. You could see the way his hand was on her neck. It was intimate. It was the kind of kiss you give someone when you have been seeing them for months, not minutes. And the internet, naturally, went into FBI mode immediately. Everyone was screaming, "Is this the reason? Is this the homewrecker? Did he cheat for years? Is love a lie?" So we identify the girl. Her name is Marissa Springer. She's a Houston model. She's gorgeous, obviously, because men always cheat with someone who looks like they were built in a lab, and she decides that silence is not an option. She decides to enter the chat. And this is where I need to take a deep breath, because her explanation has me spiraling into a dimension of confusion that I didn't know existed. Marissa posts a TikTok. She's sitting there, looking perfect, ring light in her eyes, hair done, makeup flawless, and she starts off by saying she's gonna get hate regardless, which, yeah, obviously. You just kissed the internet's husband. But then she drops the bomb. She says, verbatim, "I did not know who he was prior, and then we had barely met that night." Okay, pause. Pause the simulation. You mean to tell me you met a man at a club, you didn't know his name, you didn't know his social media status, you didn't know he has millions of followers, but 5 minutes later you're swapping spit like you're filming a romance novel cover? She says the vibes were there, as you could tell. Girl, we could tell. The vibes were screaming. But here's the part that makes absolutely zero sense to me, and I need you to listen closely because this is where the story falls apart. In the same breath that she says she didn't know him and they just met that night, she says, and I am quoting this directly from her lips, "They are divorced. The ink is definitely dry." Hold up. Pump the brakes. Screeching halt. If you just met him over a tequila soda at 11 p.m. in a loud bar, and you didn't know who he was, how do you know the legal status of his divorce paperwork? How do you know the ink is dry? Did he pull out the divorce decree on the dance floor? Did he have a notarized affidavit in his back pocket? Hey girl, nice eyes. Also here's page 4 of my separation agreement proving I'm legally single. Make it make sense. You cannot claim ignorance and then drop specific legal knowledge in the same sentence. The math is not mathing. It is giving, I rehearsed this speech with him before I hit record. It is giving, he told me exactly what to say to cover his tracks. Because who uses the phrase, "the ink is dry," unless they have been discussing the timeline of the divorce extensively? That is not first date talk. That is, we are planning our public launch talk. And then, she tries to clear her name by saying, quote, "I am not the woman that he cheated with." Do you hear the syntax there? Do you hear the grammar working overtime? She didn't say he didn't cheat. She didn't say, "I'm the only one." She said she's not the woman he cheated with, implying there is another woman, or multiple women, or a whole roster that we don't know about. She basically just threw Desmond under the bus while trying to save herself. She confirmed the cheating rumors while trying to deny her involvement in the timeline. It is chaotic evil, and I am kind of obsessed with the messiness of it all. It's like she's saying I'm the rebound, not the reason, which, okay, flex, I guess. But wait, it gets messier. Because the internet, being the toxic cesspool that we love, started a rumor that Desmond was actually cheating with the man? Yeah, you heard me. People were analyzing his mannerisms, his scream in videos, and saying he was on the down low. And Marissa, for some reason, decides she needs to be the spokesperson for his sexuality too. She says in her video, "Why are you guys calling a clearly straight man gay as an insult? I thought that was something we don't do in 2026. Okay, first of all, it is 2026, and she is right. We don't use gay as an insult. Slay. But also, why are you going so hard to defend the sexuality of a man you claim you met for 20 minutes at a bar? It feels personal. It feels like she knows way more than she is letting on. She's like, I don't know him, but I know his divorce is final, I know his sexual preference, and I know I'm not the side chick. Girl, pick a lane. You are swerving all over the highway. You cannot be the ignorant stranger and the knowledgeable insider at the same time. It doesn't work like that. And let's talk about Desmond for a second, because I am not letting him off the hook. This man put out a statement, you know, the classic black text on a white background, notes app, apology vibe, where he said he told Kristy he wanted to separate in late 2025. He says conversations were had, but then he drops this line, I made choices I wasn't proud of. Choices, plural. Choices is code for, I acted single while I was still married. Choices is code for, I was in the streets. If you wanted to separate, and you told her, but you were still living in the house, and you were still playing happy family for the camera, and then you go out and make choices, that is called cheating, Desmond. You can dress it up in therapy speak, you can call it conscious uncoupling or whatever, but if the wife didn't sign off on you making out with models in Houston, it's betrayal. Point blank, period. And the fact that he admits to making these choices during the same period he was discussing separation means the overlap is real. The timeline is not just messy, it is a pretzel. And the way he's moving now, he posted a video of himself in the kitchen, just vibing, listening to A$AP Rocky. The caption was, back in the kitchen this week. The audacity, the sheer lack of self-awareness? Read the room, Desmond. Your wife, ex-wife, Kristy, is posting cryptic content that is literally breaking my heart, and you're posting thirst traps in the kitchen? Speaking of Kristy, can we talk about how she is handling this? Because she is a masterclass in subtle shade. She hasn't said a word. No messy live streams, no crying videos. Just art. She posted a photo of herself in a red dress, sitting on top of the kitchen table. The caption? Same address. Same address means I'm not going anywhere. It means this is my house. It means you can run the streets of Houston, but I am the queen of this castle. It is a power move. It is a declaration of war. And then there was that cooking video where she was struggling to cook chicken, and she said, the line between cooked and almost cooked is literally death. You guys, that is a metaphor. The marriage is the chicken. It was undercooked. It was deadly. She is speaking to us in riddles, and I am decoding every single one of them like I'm Nicolas Cage in National Treasure. She is telling us that living in that marriage was dangerous for her soul. She is telling us that the almost truth Desmond was feeding her was killing her. But we have to get into the comments, because the comment section on Marissa's video is a war zone. I spent 3 hours last night just scrolling, and I have receipts. I picked out the best ones, because we need to discuss the duality of man. Let's start with the hate, because people are being ruthless. Comment number 1, girl, you belong to the streets. If he'll cheat with you, he'll cheat on you. Enjoy your 15 minutes of fame. Okay, brutal, but also, where is the lie? The how you get him is how you lose him rule is the only law of physics that never changes. If he's comfortable disrespecting a decade-long marriage in a public bar, do you think he's going to be loyal to you, girl he met? For the vibes? Please. Be for real. You are a placeholder. You are a band-aid on a bullet wound. Comment number 2. Question. If you met him that night, then how do you know he's officially divorced and the ink is dried? The math ain't mathing. Exactly. This is what I've been saying. This commenter is awake. This commenter is using their critical thinking skills. You can't just throw out legal terminology and expect us not to clock it. It reveals that they talked about it. It reveals that he probably sat her down and gave her the "my wife doesn't understand me" speech, followed by the "we're technically separated" speech. which is the oldest trick in the book. Comment number 3. That kiss was insane for someone you just met. Y'all looked like you've been together for years. Stop lying. The body language experts have entered the chat. You don't kiss a stranger with that much familiarity unless you are absolutely plastered, and even then, there's usually a little bit of awkwardness. That kiss had history. That kiss had tenure. That kiss said, "I know how you take your coffee." Comment number 4. She's just trying to secure the bag. She knew exactly who he was. Desmond Scott is famous. You don't live in Houston and not know. This is a valid point. Desmond and Kristy were huge. Unless she doesn't have internet, which clearly she does because she's on TikTok, she knew. She knew she was kissing a married man, or at least a very recently separated one. And pretending she didn't just makes her look manipulative. But to be fair and balanced, because I am a journalist, just kidding, I'm messy, there were people defending her. Support comment number 1. Why is everyone blaming her? Desmond is the one who took the vows. She didn't owe Kristy anything. Okay, I hate this argument. She doesn't owe her anything. We owe each other basic human decency. It's called girl code. If you know a man is married, you don't touch him. It's not a law, it's a spiritual agreement. But technically, yes, Desmond is the villain here. He's the one who wrecked the home. She just walked through the open door. But she didn't have to walk through it. She could have closed it. Support comment number 2. He said he was separated. If a man tells you he's single, you believe him. It's not her job to do a background check. I mean, in 2026, it absolutely is your job to do a background check. We have Google. We have reverse image search. If a man approaches me, I know his mother's maiden name and his credit score before the drink arrives. But I guess if the vibes were just there, maybe she turned her brain off. But ignorance is not an excuse when the information is public record. Support comment number 3. Y'all are just mad she's pretty. Let the girl live. Desmond was clearly unhappy. Pretty privilege is real, but it doesn't absolve you of mess. And Desmond was unhappy is such a cop-out. Being unhappy doesn't give you a free pass to humiliate your partner publicly. Go to therapy, Desmond. Deal with your emotions like an adult instead of projecting them onto a stranger's lips in a bar. Support comment number 4. The ink is dry though. They've been done for months. Everyone in Houston knew. Keep up. See, this is interesting. If the locals knew, then maybe the internet is just late. Maybe we are projecting our parasocial grief onto a relationship that has been dead for a long time. Maybe they were living separate lives and we just didn't want to see it because we wanted the fairy tale to be real. But even if they were done, the public disrespect is what stings. It's the lack of decorum. But here is my hot take, and I need you to really hear me on this. The issue isn't whether they were legally separated. The issue isn't even really the kiss itself. The issue is the disrespect. The issue is the public nature of it. Desmond could have waited. He could have kept it low-key. He could have respected the mother of his children enough to not be slobbering over a model in a viral video 3 days after the divorce news dropped. It's the lack of care. It's the callousness. It's the "I don't care if you see this" energy that makes my blood boil. And Marissa, honey, you stepped into the line of fire. You can't post a video saying, "I just want to clear my name," and then give us cryptic clues about dry ink and straight men. You are feeding the beast. You are giving the drama channels, "Hi, it's me," exactly what we want. You are fueling the fire and then complaining that it's hot. You became a main character the moment you hit post, and now you have to deal with the plot twists. I also can't get over the Desmond with a man rumors. The fact that it got so loud that she had to address it, that tells me there is smoke there. I'm not saying he's gay, I'm not saying he's bi, because that is his business. But the internet doesn't usually make that stuff up out of thin air without some kind of trigger. Was there a video? Was there a DM? Why is that the specific rumor that took off? And why did Marissa feel the need to be the barrier between him and those allegations? It's giving beard. It's giving cover-up. Or maybe it's just giving loyal side piece who believes everything he says. I don't know, but it's weird. And looking at Kristy, standing on that table in the red dress, she looks unbothered. She looks like a woman who dropped 200 pounds of dead weight. And I am here for her revenge era. I want her to start posting with a new man. I want her to date an NBA player. I want her to win so hard that Desmond cries in his kitchen while listening to sad Drake songs instead of A$AP Rocky. I want her to write a memoir. I want her to get a reality show. I want her to take everything, including the ice cube trays. Because at the end of the day, what we are watching is the collapse of a brand. Desmond and Kristy were a business, and Desmond just set the warehouse on fire. He torched the legacy for a night of vibes at a bar. Was it worth it, Desmond? Was the tequila that good? Because you look goofy. You look like a man having a midlife crisis in 2026, trying to cling to your youth while your ex-wife is out here looking like a Vogue cover. You traded a diamond for a rhinestone, and now you're trying to convince us the rhinestone is a rare gem. We aren't buying it. I need to know what you guys think. Do we believe Marissa? Did she really just meet him that night? Or has she been lurking in the background for months? Is she the reason for the split? Or just the symptom? And what do we think about the ink is dry comment? Is that a slip-up or a fact? Also, are you Team Kristy? Or are you... Well, nobody is Team Desmond, let's be real. But are you Team Let Marissa Live? Let me know in the comments, because I am going to be reading them all night while I rewatch that cooking video and try to decipher if the raw chicken represents Desmond's emotional maturity. It's been real, it's been messy, and I need to go touch grass because my screen time is embarrassing today. Don't forget to drink water, don't text your ex, and for the love of God, if you meet a man at a bar, check his divorce papers before you let him kiss you. Love you guys, bye!